So now that we've configured both the input and output connectors, we can actually start this integration now and start synchronizing data from Wufoo to Salesforce. So when customers input data on our Wufoo form, we'll get that data synced across to Salesforce as new contacts. Okay, so in order to start an integration on Weave, you just simply press the start button on the actual application itself. And what starting means basically is to put that integration together and deploy and run it on a container somewhere. Okay, so when I say somewhere, what I mean is Weave actually provides multiple options in terms of the somewhere. It'll actually you can run the integrations on your own Run It Cloud account, so on the CloudBees PaaS itself. But you can also run your integrations on-premise, and that's very useful if you want to connect to on-premise databases or applications that are inside your firewall. Okay, so on this account that I'm using here at the minute, I've just got the normal Run It Cloud container set up on my account, and what that means then basically is I can run my integration out on my Run It Cloud account, and it runs in an isolated container. The apps don't run alongside other integrations belonging to other customers, so my data is in an isolated container. It's multi-tenanted though, in the sense that I can run multiple integrations, so I can run more than one of my integrations in that one container. Okay, so let's just press the start button. When it starts, we've only got one container set up. If I had an on-premise container, it'd give me the option to actually select where I wanted to run. But because I don't have an on-premise container set up, it'll just start the integration straight away out in Run It Cloud. So that integration is started now, and it's after setting up in the webhook out on Wufoo, so that here's the form on Wufoo, lead captures. So you'd obviously embed this form on your website somewhere in reality. And here's my Salesforce account that I'm connecting across to. And so what we'll do straight off is just put in Tom. And give an address. Okay, so when we submit that form submission should go across the Salesforce more or less straight away. So the webhook will call into Weave. Weave will map the data into the Salesforce contact object, and then the contact object should get created over in Salesforce, and there it is. So there's the Tom Fenley and my email address. And if I go back to Weave now as well, if I just refresh this button here, I can actually see that sync data completed successfully across to Salesforce. If there was an error, I'd see an error here. If I had filtering rules set up, I'd see it as filtered here. And what this allows us to do, and it's most relevant to filter than errors, is it allows us to actually, if there's an error, for example, gives you an opportunity to look at the data that resulted in the error and make modifications and actually replay that. And that's a subject for another video itself.